Do we surrender ourselves to God? Grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Speak around.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to ask. For those who were told to come to treatment, you can sit first. If it wasn't your choice to come to rehab, you can sit first. Anyone who was told you need to go to rehab, you can sit down first. Okay? That's different. So everyone here, it's your choice to be here. Yes. Okay. Before you sit, if you've ever stolen, you can sit. Wait, guys, don't judge. Okay, wait, guys. Wait. Silence. Okay, if you've ever lied, you can sit. You see, it's a very simple group, né? We are straightforward. We all know we have the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, lied and I've stolen. So, what brings us together is the fact that we have the same disease, né?
Yes.
You know, I'm an addict. I was an addict for 17 years active. I'm still an addict now after. I'm only 200 and something days clean. So I was here last year. I came in August 19th and I left on October the 12th. Né? So I want to tell you that most of the people that I've met who I was sitting in this room with, when I bump into them, 11 of them out of 150, all of them that I've met up with have relapsed. So that's a reality, guys. The reality is that half of you in here, you are going to relapse. And that's the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not because that's what I want for you, it's because when I was in the room with my brothers, they didn't take it serious. For them, they knew too much. I don't have magic words to say to encourage you and stuff like that, because the thing you want to do, you're going to do it. You are in charge of your own life. Ever since they stopped wiping your ass, you've been responsible. And you've taken those decisions to do the things that you've chosen to do. Just like I did. I have 2 kids who I need to wipe their ass. 2 daughters even. And I'm scared because I don't know what man is going to be worthy to date them, or if they will even give a worthy man a chance. You understand? So the fears that I have cannot be how I condition my life to be. And what I really want to share with you is recovery is not a group work, guys. Something that was told to me when I was completing my time here by Tantalak. He said that treatment is not a group work. Rehab is not a group work. Even though you do it as a group, you are here by yourself. You are here for yourself. Even though you want to make this person happy, you want whatever you've been promised, if you've been promised things. Because when I was in treatment, there were people who were promised cars, they were promised jobs, they were promised this and that, but still, when I'm going to work, I see them. They are walking, looking for something. They still didn't find it when they were here. And we all know that thing. After you hit it, you're still looking for it. We know it, but I won't call it by name. So the one thing I would suggest, because you never take advice from addicts. I'm not here to give advice. You must never take advice from anyone in this room. You must never take advice, because it's going to mislead you. An addict can never give you advice. But what I would suggest is the only thing you need to look for in these walls, in these 4 walls of this this hospital is yourself. If there's anything that you want to do for yourself in this place, is find yourself. Don't worry about the person next to you. They can irritate you, they can do whatever. In these four walls, if you don't learn yourself now, forget. You're just wasting time. You're on holiday. You're not in treatment. And for me, when I came here, I was struggling there in Sister Elizabeth's office there. They brought me, and I was like, no, Mina, I'm fine. Mina, I don't smoke every day. But if I look at it, I was using about 100 rand a day. That's 2 beers. I won't say their name for anonymity. A 10 pack of cigarettes and maybe 1 bag. And this was every day, right? And then when I had money, you know that thing when you try and you stop yourself and then you say, no, so she 8,000 la, 32 clip. Then I go to the drug dealer. Before I'm coming home, I'm like, no, it's like, I can just do a little bit more. But now I finished the money I need. So what must I do? Okay, I'm just drug dealer. I know, then I go home. I go and I fetch 200. But do you take 200 or you take all of it?
Take all of it.
Take all of it. How many have tried that before?
Yes.
Everyone, okay. So you've tried to help yourself. How many people have tried to help themselves to stop? Okay. You've never tried. Never tried, no? Yeah, no, it's hectic. There's this one night I remember. There at home we've got security guards. No? There's an electric fence there, it was raining. I jumped over the fence. And I didn't get shocked.
Yeah.
When I came back, they're like, Sibusiso Ethan, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, Ntanga, do you know last night you jumped over this wall? I was like, yeah. It's like, do you know it was raining? Like, I'm like, yeah. But the thing is, it's not here. Because I wasn't present. And I jumped over clean. It wasn't damaged, nothing. I took my yoga mat, because it's dry and it's insulated, I threw that and I threw a blanket over, and I jumped. I've never broken into someone's house, but I knew what to do to go and get my DOC. So, whether you have money, whether you have no money, whether you are from a supported or wealthy background, whether you are from poverty, when you are in addiction, we are all the same. We all wear the same tracksuits. I even think I was wearing this one when I came here. So when you leave, no matter where you come from, you are responsible for your own future. No matter what anybody can come and say, and they motivate you. That's why I think in recovery we don't talk about motivation. We talk about strength, hope. Simple. It's either somebody is giving you strength and hope or they're pressing on your time. And these lecturers, they're not here for their own good. At the end of the day, they're getting a paycheck. Whether you survive or you don't, so you're not here to appease them. You're not here to appease whatever narrative. Because the minute you get outside, you'll be a para. At the end of the day, you will start a para and you'll end a para. So forget that. Words, they mustn't make you who you are. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a para. Regardless for how many ever days I've been clean, I'll be a para for life. To my family, I'm a para. To my friends that were my friends, or what I thought were friends, I'm a para. And even now, I don't want them near me. You can also choose, but that's when you learn who you are. When you can respect yourself, then you can tell somebody, oh, I don't want you next to me. And you must also be worth being next to. Because right now, I mean, you must look at it. You must look at a spade for a spade. You know, there's something that they used to say about me and my brothers here. They used to say we are a throwaway society. How many jobs are sitting in your brain that you can create? How many lives can you save? How many problems can you stop just if you get yourself in order? You've always heard people say, you know what, but he was a good person. He was a good Every single addict you've heard about, everyone has said, but he was. What about what you can become? But if you don't know yourself, because they say when you take drugs for the first time, you stop growing. So this year, I'm turning 16, because I started drugs when I was 15 years old. Instead of being in school, instead of being in class, I was fucking girls and I was thinking that I'm Mr. Cool Guy. And I was chilling with gangsters, because gangsters were cool. I mean, how many people thought gangsters were cool? Everyone. Because why? They also accepted us. They accepted us because misery loves company. There's nothing more that you want better than to see somebody else doing worse than you. So why? I'll introduce you to drugs. I'll introduce you to bad behavior. I'll introduce you to shortcuts. Understand? So, this is not motivation, guys. This is a reality check. Because if you don't fix yourself when you're here, of course, you'll wait 3 months before you're allowed back. And the line is long outside. There's 3 of them I sent the first time. It was so bad because now this one, let me not talk about his story, but I sent 3 of them here. 1 stayed inside. And then the other 2, he stayed in, and then the same night he was back at home. The other one was like, Mina, so I'm not a problem. For him, he didn't see a problem. Because he buys it himself. We ask Pandit. But he doesn't. And I say, up we talk, to tell you the truth. There's no more there. And you see the guys who are no more there. They're upstairs. You want to go to those guys. Because after here, you know what happens. If you relapse after treatment, you're going harder. If you've ever tried to stop before, you know after every relapse, you go like, it's the first time. Because the high is even more happier. But I'm telling you now, guys, if you can't find yourself in here, then you might as well go start digging your own grave. Because there's nothing you'll find at the end of that high. So with that said, guys, there's this thing that I tried to do when I left treatment, and it's called RecoverHUB. So the statistics say that, okay, wait, let me try ask the room. What do you think the statistics are for recovering addicts? How many people stay sober in the first year? Give me a percentage, rough guess. Percent. 0.01%. Okay. 20. Okay. The one you said 2%. Okay. Stand please, brother. Okay, you're the closest. Here we go. Happy Easter. It's 3%. That's 3% that will stay sober in the first year. So if you look at this room, how many are you in this room?
70 something, 74, 75.
What's 3%? What 3% of 78? I'll let you do the math when you're alone. When you're alone, just do that math. When you're alone, just do that math. This thing is real, guys.
Yeah.
This thing is so real. It's not even funny. Like, the thing is, the conversation with me and you doesn't start when you're here. Because half of you guys, 5 of you, I can guarantee are going to sign the RHT, if not more. By the time this cohort is done, before the next guys come in next Saturday, 5, maybe 3, maybe 10 will be gone. People will fight, people will do funny things. You could have just signed an RHT and gone home, but instead, because he's scared to listen to himself, inside of himself. That's the truth. These are the words. Somewhere where you volunteer, because everybody said that you chose to be here. So if you leave, if you quit, after this, You get what I mean? It's already tough. But if you stick to the cause and you stick to the program, I'm telling you now, you'll find brothers that will support you. Now I have a job. I have a job now, guys. I can take care of my daughters now. When I was in here, the only thing I wanted to do was get back to my kids, bro. I didn't care about anything. The rest, being the cool guy, it didn't matter anymore. I just wanted to get to my daughters. You know? Even the one was born whilst I was still in here. I used the skills that I learned in addiction to make sure that I was in that delivery room where people were telling me, no, I can't. I said, Mina, I can find drugs at 4 in the morning, at 2 in the morning, at 8. I can smoke without money. You're telling me I can't get into the hospital when my child gets. Don't tell, I'll tell you though. I'll tell you though. That's where I will say, I'll tell you though. For my recovery, anything that I need for my recovery, I'll tell you though. And that's how it must be. Just understand, you now have superpowers. And this is the thing I'm going to say, and I had to give you that hard part, because at the end of the day, you've got superpowers. There's things you can do that normal people will never know how to do. You can fix things. You can fix things in ways that people can't fix. You actually have superpowers, but you just need to understand that there's a part you need to fix inside yourself so that you can use those superpowers for good. And that's who you are. The goal is you. This program can change lives, but you need to be a demonstration to say it worked with me, so it can work on others. But if you keep signing RHTs, if you keep sneaking in things, you're stealing each other's stuff, come on guys, what happens next? You know, empty your cup, so guys like Dr. Letabo can pour into you. Mina, I'm still a student. Mina, I'm still a newcomer. I don't care how many days I'm clean, I'm still a newcomer every day. Even there's my doctor, he'll tell you. My mother even used to say that I'm running away from psychologists and whatnot, but he'll tell you what the truth was. Because you can't fault the stories that are going to come and follow you. Everywhere you go, there'll be a story. There'll be a story that will follow you. We para. You'll forever be a para. Don't think just because you're getting treatment, that's going to change. Forever, guys. We para. And that's what you have to live with. But we para enter. That's what is up to you. What is in your control is what kind of para are you? Are you a productive para or are you
you spoke about your age.
Your name?
My name is Jermaine.
Jermaine, sure.
You spoke about your age and I'm sitting here and I'm asking myself, can you really be 15? Are you 15?
No. So why I'm saying I'm turning 16. So you know when you start doing drugs, there becomes mental blockages in your brain. I'm not sure, you guys, no one has done a program, no? You haven't done Dr. Letabo's lessons yet. So you will learn about it, but I'll just touch on it briefly. Because when you start using drugs, your age stops. That's why your level of immaturity stays the same. Whenever you think that you are growing because you're physically growing and all of that stuff, but your brain is staying the same. It's locked into that zone. Because now, instead of it growing, you are chasing this substance, this euphoria, right? So now, you stay in the mentality of when you started. So ever since I started, I haven't responded to things like somebody who's 34, because I'm turning 34 this year. I didn't respond to things as I was growing. I responded to things as I was feeling and as that void was teaching me that, in fact, I'm not happy with myself. So if I'm not happy with myself, how do I relate to things? How do I understand myself? And it's understand. So how am I going to understand information that's happening outside if I don't understand who I am in translation to what I'm interacting with? So now I have to pause and say, okay, Sibusiso, you didn't grow like everybody else. You are still 15. Just because you come from treatment, now you are 16. In my next year, now I'm turning 16 mentally. Like similar to like Benjamin Button, when you grow in reverse.
Yeah.
You see, so now I'm being honest with myself to say, no, when I was dating, I wasn't dating because I was in a proper position to date. I was dating and I was fucking woman because I didn't want to be with myself. These things validated me. So in me knowing myself, I was like, no man, technically, I don't know how, I'm still adolescent. So when I relate to people and things, I don't relate to them like they grew up. So I can't put myself on those levels. I need to go back to school. I need to go back and learn things from scratch. And understand, okay, my matric, I didn't write maths. My matric, I didn't do Afrikaans. I was bunking most of my subjects. I passed with the exemption. So now I must review and say, okay, now when I went to film school, I dropped out. When I went to business administration, I dropped out. Just doing certificate, I dropped out. So I must take my steps back and I mustn't live according to those social standards. I must come back to my own. So yeah, this year I'm turning 16. Sure. Next question, yes.
So you said you went through film school.
Your name?
Tando. So you said you went through film school and business school and so you're actually redoing that or you're carrying all the other things?
I'm going back.
You're redoing each and everything?
Everything.
Over and over?
Everything. For myself.
No, that's what
Yeah.
So you think it's most likely, most preferable that we all try to review our lives and try to redo what we would have done best? Because I, for one, did a partner trick the way that I wanted to. At this age, it's better for me to maybe try and rewrite my matric again.
To tell you the truth, recourse is not easy. When and you can't take recourse until you've detoxed, right? And once you've detoxed, you need to understand what you must unlearn about yourself. What makes you angry about yourself before you're going to go put information, because there must be a reason why you disconnected to the education.
Yeah.
I mean, there must be a reason why you didn't pass well. And you must understand the metrics of how we get educated are not based on information that has anything to do with us. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about grades. It's not about the character of, okay, I must maintain an A and what are all those, what do you want to learn in school? You get what I mean? So choose those things. Maybe you chose the wrong choice subjects, which are not according to your strength. Because I chose history, I did geography, I did maths lit. You get what I mean? And that's because I didn't want to do maths. I didn't want to challenge myself. I wanted something that's going to be quick and easy so that I can go outside and go be the cool guy. But still, I was trying to be something I'm not. So now when I go back to school, I'm like, okay, what informs me learning geography for what I'm doing in the future? Is it going to help me? No, it's not going to help me. What is the world offering now in terms of literacy that I can educate myself with? Am I vocational? Do I work with my hands? Or am I psychological? Do I work with my mind? Or am I creative? Or technical? Can I work with computers? Can I work with software? Can I work with hardware? Where do I need to educate myself? And which teachers can I find? Am I going to find my teachers in a remedial school or night school? Or am I going to find my teachers in mentorship? You see, there's a difference. Now the world is our oyster. We've got internet. But before I go and start to put external information about the world into my mind, what information do I know about myself? I have to start there. What do I know about me first before I go and put all these courses back into my system? Sure. Did I answer?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. Noted.
Sure. Like, I would like to know how long or how did you come about like self-forgiveness for yourself? Like, how did you get to the point that you forgive yourself, you as a person? That's what I want to know, because I'm trying even also. It's hard for me to complete that.
Okay. So it's Jermaine, it's Tando.
Tando.
Okay, Jermaine, Tando, Demo. Okay. Forgiveness. I still haven't forgiven myself, my G. How long have you been here?
1 week.
Forget it, my G. It's too far. Okay. Name? Mbegwa.
The question which you tell me to
No, 200 and something days.
200 and something days. Your first time in the institution,
October 12th.
October 12th, who experience my cravings. And you still, so your experience of cravings, so say my cravings. You say, the first day will boom, you say,
So, that word craving, because I think craving is an absolute. I think in terms of a need or a wanting, I'm afraid to, even now, I still have those things of I can use, and they still come into my mind, and even my dreams, I use in my dreams and things like that. So wanting it, yes, definitely, every day, whenever I'm dealing with shit in the world, I feel like I know, let me go use. But like, let me explain it to you like this. When you are here in recovery, you better bet your bottom dollar your addiction in a parallel is also working to make sure that always. So if you don't work on your recovery, you better understand that relapse. You're gonna go and you're gonna use for your addiction. Yeah, understand. Remember, this is a disease. And then noted. Remember, this is a disease. And the minute you are here, you must understand you are no longer in control of your life. But you'll understand that through Dr. Letabo's teachings. You must understand, if you are in treatment now, there's no one here who can help themselves. No one. Even me, I can't help myself. Why would I prefer to be here? There must have been something that has happened for me to understand that, no man, if you don't come here and talk to the gents and remind yourself, you see, you understand? And it's either you are here because you will always be a part of this place. Where you get your healing and your recovery, you will always be a part of this place. But you will choose whether you are going to be on that side or you can be on this side. You hold your recovery by being on this side. It's service, bro. This is the selfless work. Well, no, not selfless, self-full. You are self-full here. When you are selfless, there's nothing in you to give. You have nothing to give, so you'll be on that side. When you have something to give, you're on this side. You are serving. Dr. Letabo can be living his life, going on. But why does he still feel the need to create content and literature to make sure that we get normal, guys? If it wasn't for him taking this seriously, right, I would still be there. I would have been here probably 4 or 5 more times. But no matter how many times it takes, guys, get to learn who you are. You know what I mean? Just go to that side, and then we'll come this side. Notice. Name? Romano.
Yes. What I want to ask, do you have any coping skills you can share with us?
So my number one coping skill is that I give it to God. Without God, there's nothing that's going to happen. And Dr. Letabo will explain what God is, because there's 2 gods. He'll explain. I don't want to rob from the lesson because the context, I don't want to take it out of the context. But God is my number one coping mechanism. And how and when you find God, the real one, not the one where everybody is saying the same, nah, not that rubbish. God is a real God, and you will find him. Whether you haven't, I'm sure you found him and you've seen him, you just didn't know the name, what is actually God, but you will know him. After Dr. Letabo's teachings, I'm telling you, you'll know him. The next one? Anele.
Yes,
Sure.
I wanted to find out, when you spoke about your daughters, where did you find the drive to be the father again, or to be there as the father?
Great question. How many fathers are in this room? Okay, that's perfect. I'm telling you, the answer is the same for all of us. You always want to be a good father, but we don't know how. I think even the ones who have never been in addiction, even they don't know how to be good fathers, bro. My father is not an addict, but he wasn't a good father to me, right? He made his mistakes for me. Whether in his context he's right or he's wrong, I will never know. Because he hasn't set me down man to man to tell me that, Ntana, this is where I feel I failed you. But me, what I want to do is be able to be honest to my child and say, you know what? For 17 years of my life, I was an addict. And I didn't know how to do things. I don't know how to do things. But if you can tell me where I'm going right, where I'm going wrong, I can do better. But what I wanted to do when I was here is I wanted to make sure that I just am present. So I removed all the different things and I said, you know what, I can't afford to take her to school. I can't afford to make sure that she's fed all the time. But if she's here next to me, I think that's where I can start. And if I can qualify to be in the presence of my child, meaning I'm not drunk, I don't smell like cigarette, you know, I don't smell like the second-hand smoke from the trap house, you know, I must qualify to be in the presence of my child. That's what I worked on. So it's presence, and I must qualify. And I must qualify to her. I mustn't qualify to what people are saying. Because if I'm present, it means that she's dealing with me. And I'm also able to understand where I'm at. Yeah. This side, and then noted.
You've answered my question.
Okay, you? Noted.
I just wanted to ask, first you talked about something that you started called recovery base or something, and I also just wanted to ask, do you also, as you're out there, attend like maybe any meetings and just support groups, and how do they assist you to go through everything on a daily?
Okay, so it's called RecoverHUB.online. It's for recovery support. So I don't do primary care, I don't do detox. I do, when you have come out of treatment, then we have a network of people that you can engage and interact with to further understand the information you got from treatment.
I'm in the field of addiction, right? And I work with recovering people. You know, recovery from what? Rather, let me put it plainly as it is. It's healing people, right? Yeah, they are healing from something, really, right? Yeah. And that something is on the inside. See, the wound cannot be seen on the outside because that wound is internal, you know, as we did say. So that's where my kind of education comes in, you know, to start from within in actual fact, because I cannot teach you anything outside of you if you are disconnected rather from yourself.
And then, yes, I do attend NA every day. I do online because I still don't trust myself outside. So I still do online NA meetings every day. I do the 6 o'clock meetings, and then I do 5 o'clock meetings, provided I'm in the taxi or I'm in a place, because now I lost my headphones. I don't know where they are. So now I just do 6 o'clock, and then, yeah, mainly sometimes I do the 5 o'clock meeting. But every day I'm attending NA.